We begin with a worse than expected jobs report. The Labor Department says the U.S. economy added 209,000 jobs last month, while the unemployment rate dropped to 3.6%. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous has more on this. Alexis, what does this tell you about the job market and the economy in general?
Well, look, how many times have we talked about an unemployment report that came in lower than expected? I mean, we haven't seen a lot of this during this pandemic recovery. So, look, we were expecting 240,000 jobs added. We got 209,000. That is still very solid job growth, but it is the slowest monthly job creation we've seen since December of 2020. We did see jobs created and added in areas like government, healthcare, social assistance, and construction. Interesting that leisure and hospitality, which was a strong area, actually leveled off last month, and we did see a drop in retail and manufacturing jobs. And wages, which, Diane, we know is a very big component here for the Federal Reserve, up 0.4% for the month, up 4.4% year over year, a little bit higher than expected. And we know that if wages increase faster than expected, that could fuel inflation.
Now, does a slowdown in jobs added mean a slowdown in rate hikes, too, by the Fed?
I wish it was that kind of a correlation. Not necessarily. This is just a part of the puzzle. Next week, we get the inflation report. That's out on Wednesday. Depending on what that shows, in combination with this jobs report, will give the Fed guidance for their next meeting, which is at the end of this month. But even so, job creation like this, with an unemployment rate that is still near a 50-year low, it's hard to make the argument that the Federal Reserve is going to stop at this point in its fight against inflation. Most economists believe we'll get at least another interest rate hike from the Fed later this month.
Should we expect the job market to cool in the next few months?
It's hard to say because it's such a fluid situation, but there are definitely some recent signs that the job market is cooling from that red-hot sort of streak we saw. So just a few things to point to. Job openings fell in May to 9.8 million. That's still a lot, 1.6 jobs for every person looking, but it's down from that 12 million peak we saw last March. Also, initial applications for unemployment benefits, which are usually a proxy for layoffs, rose last week. They're up about 20% so far this year. And another thing we look at, the average number of hours worked in a week actually fell, and that can sometimes precede job cuts as well. So it's yet to be seen. I do want to mention, though, people who've been losing their jobs in areas like tech and finance, which we've been talking about a lot on the show, are finding new jobs with the same or better pay elsewhere, and that's another reason why the unemployment rate isn't moving much.
All right, interesting. Alexis Christoforous, thank you.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.